What's going on, my wages? This is your girl Maya, and in this video we are unleashing the beast. I'm gonna show you 10 beastly variations in the beast position. Why do I love the beast position so much is because, check it out, the nature of it being on the ground is gonna bring you back to your body. You're gonna connect with your body. You're gonna understand a little bit more about proprioception, so the awareness of your body's movement through space, because we're gonna be crawling, and because you're gonna be on the ground crawling, you're gonna be strengthening your wrist, strengthening your arms, strengthening your shoulders, because you're gonna be pushing the ground away, and how your legs are gonna be placed underneath you. Your quads are gonna be popping, totally burning. Your core is gonna be increasing. There is no way you can do this movement, this position, without totally turning on, activating your core, mobilizing your body, increasing your endurance, plus increasing your body's awareness and how it moves through space. Woo! So that is a lot of stuff. That's why I love this position. And that's also why it is a foundational movement in animal flow, which is my baby and what I love to teach. So check it out, guys. I've got 10 variations coming up for you. Stay to the end as it keeps on getting harder and harder. The first few variations is going to be really good to teach you how to even get into beast. And then as we get to the end, it gets harder and harder and more beastly. And I challenge you to try the 10th variation. Let's go. Cue the intro. Beast mode. Before we get started, make sure you guys subscribe and click the bell, ding, 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 so you don't miss any content. And before any type of animal flow training, calisthenics training, ground space stuff, we always want to mobilize our wrist. I made you a wicked follow along wrist mobility video. Bing, check it out there. Mobilize your wrist, spend a minimum 5 minutes, especially if you're new to ground-based movement. You probably need to work on strengthening your wrist before you can really get into this. So after you're lubricated, mobilized, let's go. Level 1 beast. This is for my beginners out there. We are all beginners at one time. So the beast requires a lot of leg strength, okay? And so a lot of people really struggle with lifting their knees off the ground. And so start with your knees on the ground and start with your hands elevated. So I'm using a stack of books. You can use a couple of phone books. I've got a bunch of books. Elevate your hands. Stack your wrists right underneath your shoulders. Stack your knees underneath your hips. And all you're gonna do here is you're gonna learn how to contract your body correctly. So you're gonna push the ground away, bringing your spine into the sky. You're gonna take your ribs, zip it up. You're gonna take your pelvis, take your tailbone, tuck it slightly underneath your body, and boom, right then and here, you've got core activation. So you don't even need to do anything. You're just gonna stay here like this, and you're gonna get really strong. And here you can even do your limb lifts and get practicing on how to make it more dynamic. So here I would practice lifting my entire knee off the ground, just enough to slide a piece of paper in, and then I would practice my hand lifts. Yo, that's still really beneficial. So, variation 2, dose. Now that you're getting stronger, put your hands on the ground. And if you're not ready to go right down to the ground, just start taking off some layers, right? Decrease yourself down gradually until eventually you're on the ground. So, second variation is knees down, hands down. Still stacking yourself, stacking your knees right underneath your hip, and then your legs are hip width apart, and your hands are shoulder width apart. And turn everything on. Zip, ribcage, tailbone, zip, push. All right. Oh, I'm sweating. Part 3, static. So part 3 is the static beast. This is the standardized position, the starting position of all of our flows. And this is where you just lift your knees up. Part 3, right here, your static beast. Now, I'm gonna move these books because we're leveling it up now. Now that you get, oh snap. Don't ruin your books. Mike's gonna get mad. Okay. So once you nail your static, forward traveling beast. So lifting opposite limbs. part 1 of my basic animal flow series. I really broke down how to activate in beast, as well as part 2 of my core stability activation series. So make sure you check that out, because that's really gonna help you engage your core muscles so that you can do those limb lifts and the crawling really, really well. So forward traveling beast, opposite limbs, travel. Notice how my lower back stays stable, my hips stay stable. I'm not going save the twerking for the dance floor. Right now we're stable. Okay, variation. Variation number 5, backwards traveling beast. So same thing. Some people struggle with going backwards, but if we go forwards, we must go backwards. Those are number 4s and 5s. Variation number 6, lateral. Our beast is 3D, yo. We're going front and to the side. So in the lateral movement, I want you to imagine your hands going like this. And then your legs also go like that. Now, at any of these variations, you can drop your knees if you need to. And that's the regression. Oh, now I'll go up. But if you can, keep your knees hovering about 1 inch off the ground as you skim your way to the side. So, activate beast mode. Lateral, lateral, lateral. As the hands come apart, the knees come together. Hands come together, knees come apart. And to the side, to the side. If you notice, same thing. My pelvis is completely sturdy. This is why your core stability, core strength is so tested with animal flow movement, because you cannot do this unless you're totally turned on, engaged, connected, and spinning all over the place. Woo! All right, number 7. Number 7, we're gonna get into the beast press. So now we're gonna take the static beast and we're gonna add an element of increased upper body mobility or upper body strength with the hip mobility as I take my hip and push it forward. So check it out. I'll show you what it looks like from the diagonal. So get into your static beast, and then you're gonna push your hands down as you push your hips apart. Woo! So nothing else changes. This is zipped up. Tailbone is tailed in. Tailbone is tucked in. Beast press. So the goal is to smell the mat, I call it. I'm flowing on the Gorilla mat. You guys, I got a discount code for you in the description box. I love this mat because it doesn't smell. But you want a beast press and you want to tuck yourself in, pushing your hips out as far as you can. This is what it looks like. Elbows go out and back, hips go out and back. Woo! Quads. Okay, we're ready at number 8. Number 8, I've got the beast crawl with press. So all I'm doing is I'm adding to everything that I'm teaching you guys. So here, we're gonna take our crawl and we're gonna press it each time. So, crawl, press, crawl, press. So, crawl and press. So, elbows go back, knees go, hips go out and back, crawl and press. Make sure you nail each variation before you move on to the next. Okay, what number are we at? Okay, we are at number 8 now. Oh, what did I miss? We are at beast, crawl, and press. Now we're gonna go into the beast, bird, dog. Ooh, snap. It gets extra spicy here. So, the reason why the beast, bird, dog is so hard is because not only are we taking the static beast, but now we're gonna go into extension and test that core stability, core strength of ours. So, beast. Keep this knee totally hovering. Keep the hips stable, pelvis stable, and reach the hands forward as you reach the legs back. Oh! Action is knees down, and then here you've got your standard bird dog. But I really challenge you to turn it into a beast and make it into your beast bird dog. Hold it. Get this girl a towel. So, oh, my squash is ready. Okay, the 10th variation, the hardest one, the one that I challenge you to try is, guess what? All in one. So we're gonna go beast, crawl, bird dog. Beast, crawl, and then bird dog. Let's see if I can do this. I made it up in my mind. I should be able to do it. So, beast, crawl, oh, bird dog, and crawl, oh my gosh, and bird dog, and crawl, and bird dog. Check it out. Why don't you add a press? Whoop, whoop. Beast, press, bird dog. Oh, don't forget to activate. And don't lose your engagement. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm messing it all up. Reset. This is the thing. Allow yourself adequate breaks, yo. This looks easy. It is actually so hard. And it's the control. The more that you can move with control and the more that you own each movement and you're not just, that's when we start moving like a winja, right? Winjas move with precision, with intention, with like a level of intensity, because winjas are all about improving themselves, improving their body and their ability to move, and they're fully connected into what they're doing. So when you're doing this, you can't be thinking about that squash that I gotta take out of the oven right now. I gotta be thinking about my ribs, my pelvis, my, like, everything coming together. Beast, crawl, press, bird dog. Oh. Beast, crawl, press, bird dog. There you have it. I am sweating. Yo, don't wear gray. Check it out, guys. That is your 10 beastly variations. Give those a try. Let me know what you think. And like I said, don't jump forwards in the levels yet until you absolutely smash it in that particular level. And at any time you need to, drop the knees. At any time you need to, raise the hands. When you raise and elevate your hands, you're taking the pressure away from the wrist. And make sure you always mobilize and do a lot of wrist relief positions in between your practice. This is Maya, thanks for watching. Yo, check out the description box. I have a bunch of freebies for you. And like I said, I have a discount code for the Gorilla Mat. And check me out on social medias. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. We do daily workouts on Instagram. I'm here every Tuesday and Friday. We're always taking your beast and we're leveling it up. I'll catch you next time. Beast crawl, beast crawl. Woo! This was what was in the oven. Squash is done.